Takes it off the glass.
Right there, you see it. Young's ability to operate out of that pick and roll, very advanced for a player of his age.
Now here's Young. Misses the layup.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about this, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch. Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
Young taking his time here. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
On the wing, Porter. The 76ers again can't hit it. Minnesota with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And Young, here we go. Here's Jokic. Backed in, coming off the assist from Young. Jokic has got 8 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Young outside. Poked away. It's stolen by Randall. Young with the steal. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. They get the rebound. Outside for Beal. A chance to extend the lead, get double digits, but it's no good. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 9 points. Beyond the arc. And Bradley Beal with the three. He has 6.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Now here's Walker. They get a hand on it. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. And foul called. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession.
Pretty obvious Young believes in his ability. A fearless shooter who also does a good job at orchestrating the offense. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
DeRozan on the wing. To the wing right side. Here's Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. And too long on the shot.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And Jokic slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Oh boy, to be Young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. It looked to me to be a bit sluggish.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. So it'll be Julius Randle shooting. And one on DeRozan.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randle has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Collins. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Nice again.
Antetokounmpo is clearly a freak of an athlete. At his size, with his agility and length and strength. And what really makes him special is that he works so hard on the defensive end. If he's on you, he's going to make it a long night for you.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Timberwolves lead by 16. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Minnesota?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Young outside. Pass to Jokic. It's Beal on the wing. Three-pointer. Randle grabs the board. The 76ers trail by 16. And you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. He can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Bill's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career.
The kick out to Porter from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
A nice room service feed from DeRozan. Couldn't get more wide open than that.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's an 18-point game. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said, people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. If you know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count the basket.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around. Really doesn't faze him. Doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Was completely out of sync on his free throws, and I'm sure that led him to some extra work at the foul line. Guys, I think free throw shooting is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
Back to Young. Jacks up. The three. Good on the triple. Young's got 11 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And Young, here we go. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. You know, you look at the 2020 class of the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names, headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view, you've gotten a front court view, you've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. The shot by Beal, no good.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And there, just through activity, Hunter keeps the pressure on the defense.
The Timberwolves have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And they've increased their percentage quite a bit since last season, guys.
And it's Grant in the corner. Outside Russell. Screen by Giannis. A three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves lead by 17. Left side Anderson. Pass to Hunter. A minute 42 left in the first half. And it's Beal in the corner. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Now, beyond the leading, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
We've got 1:08 left in the second quarter. Pass to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Hey, you know, in the age of analytics, there's a ton of talk about player efficiency these days. And as we can see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight, his efficiency, extraordinary.
Beal's shot is good.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation. Boy, this is bad, tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Down low. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Love watching Nurkic set hard screens and then roll with purpose. Great job in the creativity there from the pick and roll.
Giannis inside. And a wide open look for Porter. On the wing, Porter. That three off the mark. And Beal puts up a deep three. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. With a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up, they're ahead 16 points. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Timberwolves leading by 16. Shoots the three. That's in, coming. Off the assist from Young. Beal's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Timberwolves. There's Porter with the three. Good on the three-point shot.
How about that smooth shot from the arc from Porter? He's got such a confident release in deep range, too.
Pass to Jokic. No one near him. That one wide left.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Now, here is Russell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Porter in the corner. And they double up Giannis. Just 4 to shoot.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Outside Collins. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Goes back up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake. You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Here's Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
I love when Beal slashes to the rim like this.
Oh my goodness! That was special.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Young up top. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Young's got 13.
And we continue to see Beal improve as a playmaker. Beautiful pass there. Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Young outside to the wing on the left. Here's Jokic. And another three for Minnesota.
Guys, I'll tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA, and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. They double team Beal. Young from outside. Timberwolves passing it around. And the three off target. The 76ers trail by 20. And the dunk by Giannis.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Pass to Jokic. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Out to Russell. Lets the three fly. It's holded by Jokic.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
The kick out to Young. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Young's got 16 points.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
To the left wing. Russell from long range. That shot, no good. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Beal with it. Now guarded by Porter. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. .29 seconds left to play in the third. And it's Jokic missing. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the 76ers. Porter, no luck. Right side to Rosen. Pass to Young. Outside Collins. Beal from long range. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. But Timber... And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Now Russell. Inside. Here's Porter. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
They get it back. Pass to Russell. Back to Porter. And here is Grant. 6 to shoot. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And Michael Porter, good for 3.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Here's the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. Lays it up off the glass. Giannis has got 27 points.
And Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, showing again how committed he is when he takes that ball inside off the drive.
Back to Young. And it's Beal in the corner. Here's Jokic. Good on the bucket. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength.
Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying. Oh!
My goodness. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stud. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Pass to Randall. 76ers moving the ball around. There's Porter with the three. Jokic grabs the miss.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Superb focus from Grant that time defensively, protecting the rim, keeping his eyes on the ball so he could anticipate that shot.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
A nice shot by Young.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter. I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He kept off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself, couldn't control himself there.
Kicks it out to Collins. Beal up top. Driving in. There's the triple. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Grant outside. Outside Porter. Pass to Giannis. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Will, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some will say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
For 3. No good. Shot missing. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And he drives in. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Russell left side. Pass to Giannis. Russell looking around. Drives to the hoop. Young with the steal.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jokic.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Outside, Russell. To the middle. Jokic with the steal. Outside for Beal.
See you smiling. She be fans up like this won't be a hype man. But the minute I won't be alone, she don't like that. I eating to your letters, I was with no selling. I ain't wanna be no rapper with you. From the bottom all the way back to my section. Every day, yeah, we be stepping. Chasing the one that I be through. I'm kinda money like this dream ain't nothing. Don't let me. Don't like I be stunning. I miss big like my granny. We still by my cousin. Digging but ain't searching for gold. I know I'm looking for something. I'm a ride that red eye. Like, stack that money till I can't no more. We be I only be into this pain, no more. Straight from the bottom, blow it back on my bros. Oh yeah, just for 100,000 daily if I paid it. Got plenty money, but I had to jump up out my bed.
I've been going hard all weekend. Late nights till the sun peeking. She can never tell what I'm thinking. I ain't too low when I'm money coming in, going on. First you gotta pay for the crown. Learned I'm a king from Egypt. If you don't know, let me teach you. Yeah. They was the first on the set. They was the first in commit. Civilization was set. Then a little brother was posting a threat. Sibling rivalry, turning revival, but let me not bore you to death. Where history lasts, is this that I am the king innocent by genetics. Just when they think they know me, I switch it up on them by keeping them gassing. Level up, level up, level up. Think I'm shaking it. You can control me, you don't got hold me. Some of you owe me, settle up. Came a long way, can't go back no way, no. Through the hallway, like a free throw in my jingle. Can't go Broadway, cause the will always, always, always be a part of me. Always be a part of me. I must confess, yeah. I like to flex, yeah. I know I blessed, yeah. I know myself, yeah. Ignore your text, yeah. On the next, yeah. I left the stress, yeah. I progress, yeah. All day, all days come in peace. Children come in peace. Those niggas gon' wash you up. Come on, come on. Be there always. All day, every night. All day, every night. I got the wave all day. Put a piece to that east. I got plans, I'm a feast till I be. I'm a king, 10 toes on that pavement. Came from a when that place, move it low key. That's that pain. All black with the mask down. We say nothing, put your cash down.
Sunday. Out of space like sci-fi. I'm everywhere like the Wi-Fi. Chain swing, I'm an icon. All black, all melanin, too fly. Can't be all my city. Baby city, can you hang? Got the hits, bang bang. Sweet, sound the same. 105 on 71. I'm from a son of a. I got the way. I got the keys to the gate. I got the keys to the gate. I got the way. All day, every night. I got the wave. All day, I got the wave. All day, every night. All day, every night. I got the wave all day.
My granny, man, I ain't been the same since. Gotta love him while you here, that's just my 2 cents. Now, intense, okay. Now I'm counting cash, stacking paper, I'm just playing defense. Get out the way. Yeah, I'm getting rich, counting up on my clip. Always been never been a legit. Always had a fly fit, always had a little grit. So she young and had to throw my guard up. That was trying to plot on me, but they gotta think smarter. Clown on me, so I ball like Coach Carter. And they told me.
I ain't praying for these baguettes, I'm praying for better days. I ain't praying for these baguettes, I'm praying for better days.
We got the playoffs going on, but I wanted to get something out of the way. Derrick Rose, for years from 2015 on, I said, please do the eye test. Derrick Rose is still the same player. I said, please do the eye test. Derrick Rose is still the same player. Motherfuckers in the analytic casuals said, oh, no, what he once was. Oh, the first Derrick Rose, for years from 2015 I said, please do the eye test. Derrick Rose is still the same player. I said, please do the eye test. Derrick Rose is still the same player.